really love the soundtrack of the opening cutscene. My god! And welcome back everyone for our new project, Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, I don't have enough of Shin Megami. Devil Summoner, Raidou Kuzunoha with the Soulless army. And my god, this is one unfair fight right at the beginning. I mean, look at the cutscene, or rather, look at the beginning screen. Do you see how many enemies he has to face in one go? It's kind of overkill, don't you think? Anyways, without further ado, let us start a new game and see what actually happens over there. I don't really know much about this game. I just know, thanks to a very special Reddit post, that there's a very special Jack Frost in this game, and I really want to get him. So let us go. And of course, all characters in the story are purely fictional, like always, you know? As the sun shines above, it casts shadow on the land below. Such is the law of the heaven, the law of the earth. Likewise, where there is man, so too will there be darkness. We exist to vanquish that darkness. You, who aspires to become the next summoner, state your name. Ah yes, state your name. Really quickly at the beginning of the story already, huh? Now then, there's only one name for us, and that is Rainara, like always. Is this correct? Of course. The time has come, Rainara. I will determine whether or not you are worthy of the Kuzunoha name. Now, demonstrate your skill as a summoner. Let me just get my beautiful cape. I love this part so much. Ah! Oh god! And yeah, I should probably mention already, right after this cutscene. This is the Kuzunoha Training Hall. In this place, those wishes to become Devil Summoner risk their life to undertake the trial. You are to be commended for volunteering for this trial, Rainara. Your spirit is exceptionary, and for that I applaud you. But not everyone passes. The equal exemplary spirits of those who have failed sleep here. Will you join the dead, Rainara? Or will you succeed and receive the honored Kuzunoha name, Raidou? Let us learn your fate. Begin. Yeah, I already tried a recording session before in order to see if my settings are correct. So I went through this training area already, and the only thing we're pretty much to do in here is walking forward, having a few basic tutorials like pressing square in order to actually attack, and triangle in case you want to use your gun, and of course X in the worst kind of scenarios if you actually have to guard a hit. But most of the time you can just simply run to the sides in order to avoid them, you know? You don't really have to guard. But I guess sooner or later in this game there are going to be a few battles where you actually are forced to guard. But not now. Alright, yeah. As item drops, we get mech and some kind of bullets and medicine. So yeah, our character doesn't really have any type of MP, so I'm not really sure about the stats we're going to receive very soon after this battle. So after the tutorial about the three different types of sword attacks that the Raidou, or rather my character is actually is able to do. Since the combo slash is one attack that you can do, but there's also the thrust attack if you press square and direction simultaneously. Oh wait, I was about to say I need to guard, but yeah, if you hold the square button and release it, you are also able to use a spin attack that hits all enemies around you. Really useful to have? I think once there are more enemies on the map. But so far I think the thrust attacks is a little bit more useful since you can push the enemies away from you and stun them at the same time. So yeah, I'm not really sure why I have magic if I don't have MP. Because I don't think magic is going to affect my bullets, right? Dexterity is usually the thing that affects my bullets. Vitality is for my HP, luck is for luck, and of course, since we are a sword fighter, I think for a start we're going to focus on strength, and later on I'm going to check the stats really quickly in order to see for what reason they even give me a magic stat with 6 points. Who in their right mind put 6 points into that? Oh man. Anyways, is this correct? Yes. So, and you probably noticed those spirits on the sideline. If you didn't bother to actually read the text bubbles, those guys are actually going to repeat the text bubble again in case you need to reread it. If you missed anything, you know? Now then, I think this is the tutorial where they're actually going to show us how to capture demons. Like this little fella. What the? Who the hell calls me to this dump? You ain't thinking of making me your ally, are you? Well, I am, kinda. You slay me! So you think you can use me as an ally, do you? Well, first you will see what I'm like as an enemy. So yeah, this is actually kind of interesting because this is the first Shin Megami Tensei game where you don't really need to negotiate in order to capture your demons. You just need to hit their weakness, get close to them, and press the circle button. But here's the thing, first of all, yeah, you need to reload with R1. Don't try to hit the weakness right away. If they have more than 50% HP, at least I noticed if they have more than 50% HP, they just won't let themselves get captured. Like seriously, it's ridiculous. That green bar at the top right corner, it just doesn't work. It just puts to the right. I can press as much as I want. It won't go left. Now then, I'm a night owl, man. Summon me in the morning and you will live to regret it. But I am going to summon you all the time. You are my first demon after all. And we'll see about that. Now then, Puro Uko Barge has been confined. I love that pose. Okay. You're doing quite well so far. Proceed with the trial. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I think it's actually kind of nice for a change that we don't really need to negotiate with the demons in order to grab them. Since before it's kind of a gamble to actually get those demons. But now, it's all about smashing circle. Now, we will see how you employ a demon in battle. This is where the real test begins. Have you lost heart? No. I mean, it's just a tutorial. Why would I lose heart? Well said, brave one. Demonstrate your skills. With 3 enemies. Here you will learn how to use your demon. Press the R1 button in order to summon. Seems like the R1 button is pretty much your battle menu throughout the whole game. At least you can reload everything. Oh! Almost forgot about this part. He actually summons. These guys are weak against my spell. Let's get them, Nara. Of course. Guess we're going to burn them to crisp, huh? No, but seriously, I think, yeah, my R1 button is pretty much everything for battle. Command, summon, return, reload, item, escape. Interesting. But I don't really need any of that right now. Slash all of them. Out of the way. 1, 2. Slash all around. Oh my god, the fire weakness is actually kind of strong. By the way, if they are stunned with any type of weakness, you can actually crit them with physical attacks. It's very nice. It's not only ice skills that usually throws the enemies or stun with zero skills, but any type of weakness from the looks of it. Now then, another level up. I guess I'm just going to put more strength in it to get more powerful hits after all. You also get strength. I see. Strength increased by 1. They will never know what hit them with this. Flame Shot is now available. Cool. So, when a demon rises in level, it will learn a combination skill. Combination skills are very vastly more powerful than regular attacks. It would be prudent to raise many demons and explore all of their combination skills. Of course. So, a powerful voice echoes using the soul as a medium. True devil summoners can use demons effectively. True devil summoners train their demons to become stronger. Have you leveled up your demon? Of course, it just happened like a second ago. Did you see that? No words are necessary, I can tell. Well done. Then why did you ask? Please proceed further in. True devil summoners can use demon effectively. True devil summoners train their demon to become stronger. You don't need to repeat yourself, dude. There's no reason for any of that. So, combination skills are actually kind of interesting, since you need to watch out for some kind of moral icon at the bottom left corner next to your demons. And if that little guy is moving a little bit more rapidly than the standard icon, you see it right there. Do you see that little man right next to the MP? Now it's yellow. That means if I press that, square and an X at the same time, it actually does the combo hit, which actually does a lot of damage. Never said. It's really worth using. So dudes, are you also going to die? Since I don't really feel like using it twice. There we go. Ah, no level ups, even though there were so many enemies? Too bad. So I think combination skills are going to be very important in this game, since they do quite a lot of damage. But at the same time, maybe in the future we got bigger skills that actually hit multiple types of enemies, because Flame Shot only hits one. Now then, that is the first boss. Let us proceed. Here are some battle reminders. Ah yes, they're going to repeat everything again, with the weakness and the crits that you can exploit, the confinement that you need to keep in mind. Always weaken your enemies first before capturing them. By the way, I didn't mention it before, but like all Shin Megami Tensei games, you can only capture demons that are lower level than you. I'm not really sure if they are equal, or rather if it is okay if they're equal, but most of the time they have to be lower. Okay? Now then. You see right here, remember that you cannot confine enemies that are higher level than you. I'm not sure if the same is the same, or if the same is considered higher. And I don't know if I can actually see their levels, so yeah, we need to figure that out. So the Flame Shot, we don't really need that. I already know how that's actually going to work. It's not really that I can skip that. Ready to proceed? Well, of course. Time for the boss. You have done well to come this far. Put all of your knowledge to use and overcome the final trial. And the title of Raidou Kuzunoha shall be yours. 97, 98, 99. I counted over and over again, but I'm always missing one. I cannot be free until I slay 100 devil summoners. You will die for me, won't you? Well, if you were Alice, maybe. But sorry, you aren't. Okay then. So, yeah, this girl is actually kind of interesting because she uses ice against us. Which is actually really bad for our little friend. First of all, we're going to take care of the small fries. for... Ooh, she is slapping with her tail. This is that. Wait a second. Let's go for the fire shot. It's technically going to do a lot of damage. And gives off iframes that actually protects us against the tail attack. So yeah, even though it's the first kind of boss, I guess, it's really easy. Since it is a tutorial after all. Such a feeling. Peace at last. Thank you, Devil Summoner. You were the one. Huh. So it seems like even if I defeat her, it still counts as 100? She's finally free from this place. Okiku Mushi vanished. You have overcome your trial. Return to me at once. You have proven your worth, Raidou. I hereby bestow upon you the title of Raidou. 13 times now has the first Raidou Kuzunoha been succeeded. From this day onward, you shall be known as Raidou Kuzunoha the 14th. You have great responsibility, Raidou. You will go to the capital and defend our land. With this duty comes great peril, so I will assign a partner to accompany you. Come forth, Goto Doji. This is the 14th? Says you, the Raidou name used to command respect. But I guess orders are orders. Just call me Goto. You are Raidou, right? Nice to meet ya. Oh my god! Oh, I was so happy once I noticed that I'm actually going to get a pet in this game. Seriously, the cat! We're always going to have the cat around! Isn't it the best? This is important, Ray, so remember it. Most people don't pay much attention to this beat-up old shrine, but it's actually of great importance to the Kuzunoha clan. This is where we contact our client in the capital. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a quest hub? Lady? I was told that Raidou Kuzunoha the 14th would be arriving soon. You are the Devil Summoner, I presume? I am Herald, who bring tidings from Yatagarasu. I am the one who orders the Kuzunoha clan to maintain peace in our capital city. So long story short, you want Raidou here to keep watch over the capital city, right? Yes, the city is currently unstable because so many people have gathered there. The boundary separating the world from the Dark Realm is weak. Demons will start to appear. There will be serious ramifications if they should attack residents of the city. In order to prevent that from happening, I am calling on you, Raidou Kuzunoha the 14th. Demons live in the oh my god. Demons live in the Dark Realm, which normal humans are forbidden to enter. Well, if they are forbidden, they always try, right? You, however, are permitted as a Devil Summoner. You must subdue the demons before they can cause any public harm. Such is the will of Yatagarasu. Do you understand? I will protect the people. Let them take care of themselves. Ooh, I could be bad if I want to. But nah, I think I'm going to protect them. Don't worry about them. I am glad to hear you say that. There's one last thing. You will have an assistant in the capital. But I already have a good assistant. It's a cat. Gota, I think. Right? I still need to remember that name. A man named Narumi. He runs a detective agency on his own at the moment. You are to become employed at the Narumi Detective Agency and work as a detective. Even though I'm the Devil Summoner? Okay. A detective agency, huh? Huh. That's a pretty swanky way to gather information, isn't it? I have already made the proper arrangement with Mr. Narumi. The fate of the capital rests on your shoulders, Raidou Kuzunoha. You may also find this to be valuable. Please put it to good use during your mission. Raidou obtained the Mystic Eye. This mirror will reveal the abilities of hostile demons you face in battle. I'm sure it will prove useful. Oh really? That is all. We are counting on you. Cool. Is it kind of like analysis? Sometime later. The year Taisho, 20 capital, okay. Over 60 years has passed since the major restoration and the Japan westernization. The capital, formerly known as Edo, continues to expand and develop at a rapid pace. The national spirit is one of modernization, pitting wealth against culture. Modern man would sell his soul for a chance to rise up as a wealthy champion of industry. There's no room in man's heart for spirits, gods, and the unexplained tricks of nature they once held in esteem. But things forgotten do not simply disappear. They wait, and they are waiting for people's heart to fall into depravity. We are the detectives who deal with such a cult happening in this glorious modern Taiyo era. Okay. Narumi Detective Agency. I can already see this game has a lot of cutscene that I can't really control. Hello? Is this the Narumi Detective Agency? That's what I said. So that is Narumi. Are you the detective? I heard there's no chapter or whether caper you can solve. Cute, but we only take the special case, if you catch my meaning, you know? I have a problem, and I don't really know what to do. I want to talk to you about it. Uh-huh. So, could you meet me at the Ushigome, oh my, Ushigome Gagari Bridge right away? Listen kid, I'm sure you're a nice bird, but I'm not in the mood for prank calls. Where are your parents? Is it a young girl? No, I mean it! I'm telling you straight! Please sir, please help! Hey, hello? You there, kid? Wonder what's that about? She did say please. Nothing better to do. I guess we are on the case, Raidou. Why is he so cool? I don't get it! That character's way too cool for his own good! So I guess we're actually heading over there. And it's raining. I wonder what's this about that you would call us out like this in a rainy weather, nonetheless. And she didn't even bring an umbrella. Excuse me, are you from the Narumi Detective Agency? Well, that's right. I assume you're the bird who gave us a call. Yes, well... Listen, sweetie. We run a legitimate business and we don't have time for games. If you have trouble at home, why don't you just go talk to your teacher about it? So, please, it isn't like that. I want you to kill me. Wait, what? Otherwise Hold on a second. Kill you? What are you talking about? Huh? Oh no! Those guys are already here? Oh no! Oh no! Way too many! Way too many! Swords are too many! I mean, I did see them at the beginning cutscene already, but I didn't thought, why the girl? The girl! No! You can't just take her! Uh-oh. Oh god, they're fancy. Huh. Well, I guess the game doesn't really want to wait with those red guys. Do not interfere with us. Hindrance will be eliminated. Oh, you say that, huh? Well, we'll see about that. Oh my, what? Dude. Calm down, okay? Calm down. I got this. Got this. Totally got this. No! Mission accomplished! I wanted to use flame shot! Oh, those guys are way too strong! Fools who interfere with the mission. No need to terminate. Withdrawing. Are you sure about that? You might regret this later. They actually run away. Okay. Sure. Didn't get anything. But that was a weird encounter. Well, this is just starting out great. First mission? Now I already lost a person, huh? Well, at least she didn't die, I think, right? I guess she got kidnapped? Missing girl? Next day? Oh yeah. What do you make all of that business, or rather, what do you make of all that business last night? I've heard a lot of weird rumor about the bridge. You know what they say, right? About people disappearing and then showing up out of nowhere. Think that could be what we witnessed back there? Maybe. It's probably related to those red guys, though. Still, a girl asking us to kill her. That is slightly disturbing. Slightly? That's not slightly, that's highly disturbing. What is wrong with you, Narumi? Not to mention the red soldiers. Hey Raidou, think you can find out who that bird was? Maybe her name or something? I could try. It's bad business to have a client vanish right under our nose. We should at least look into it. This case does seem a bit out of the ordinary. Narumi's right. Let's investigate this further, Ray. Being a detective is all about legwork. That is, your legwork. What? As you asked around the town for information. I'd go, but it's easier for you to do it anyways, you know? With those demons of yours. You're actually going to make me do all the work. Narumi, come on. Really now. Come on, we need to talk about this. You can't just send me out alone, you know? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here you go, Raidou. Ah, I got money. It's for expenses. The detective biz runs on money, just like everything else. Go stop by Konoya down the street before you start beating the bushes for that girl. You never know what you might find in that joint. And what is check? Oh, I can save the game. Ah, cool. I didn't really get to that point yet. So let me save right away. First slot. There we go. Okay, I would say this is a good point to make our first cut. I hope you guys had fun with today's part, and in the next part, we're going to go out and try to get some information about her name. And maybe some other clues about those red soldiers, guys. We're actually, well, maybe we should save that for a little bit later, because they're really strong, but we need to get as many clues as possible. Anyways, until next time, bye bye!